Folks, welcome to the Jake Feinberg Show on the road here in Pioneertown. Ready to lift off tonight. It's truly the Super Bowl. Grateful Shred into a band I'm really looking forward to seeing called House Band. Bass player Patrick Kelly. Welcome to the Jake Feinberg Show.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You know, when I didn't put this clip up, I was going to. Film talked about you. He wasn't really, you weren't on his radar until Jason brought you into the session, the 10-hour magic.
Yeah.
And he said it was just plug and play. Can you talk to younger cats about kind of like letting go of ego and just plugging in? How did you kind of get to that point? Because to me, that's a very refreshing thing. Most cats are obsessed with, they need shit in front of them.
Yeah. I mean, it's a constant journey of just trying to...
What was a memorable moment when you were able to sort of play free without fear? That's what I think of plug and play.
Was probably when I was young, playing jazz. And
talk about that.
I would play these duo gigs with a piano player, and you know, we were just in the corner and kind of getting ignored, but it was perfect because we could just play and dig into it and like experience for the first time when you kind of lose the sense of yourself and even the space you're in, and you just are really present in that moment. And I think
you're playing bass fiddle.
Yeah.
Talk about, so you started with the upright.
Yeah.
That's intense, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I started playing jazz.
Yeah.
And some bluegrass type stuff in Wisconsin. And
in Madison or something, or where?
In northern Wisconsin.
Dig.
Yeah, but it was called Nina, or it is called Nina.
You tell, what about, is that where you developed calluses, where you bled a lot? People weren't really giving a shit?
Yeah, exactly. Like, my teachers and stuff, you'd go in there and like have skin hanging down, and they're like, just play, you gotta keep going. And
you know who just passed? I did 2 interviews with him, Richard Davis.
Oh, wow.
And he was the bass guy.
At Madison, yeah.
Yeah, and he's, I just wonder about like, tonight, I mean, all the cats on stage, I mean, it's definitely not, you're not playing standards, but no. It's jazz. I wanted you to give me your concept of jazz as it relates to house band.
I think it's just the improvisation of it, of just it being completely open. It's almost more like playing free jazz, where, I mean, some songs we have little referential melodies that you might come back to, but really it's completely open. So really, there's like no head. Is there a head, and then you leave every time we start, we have nothing.
Dude, that is badass.
So I mean, I'm nervous every time we're about to
dude,
start.
I love it, dude.
Adventure that you really don't, every moment you don't know what is next, and you just have to kind of muscle through it sometimes.
When you were, the whole concept was that there were these like jingles or TV commercials, 30-second kind of things, and then it wound up like a 10-hour session. So are you still playing off those jingle themes, or is it like morphed into something else?
No, so every time, that was also just a big long session of just improvising, and Jason and Brian went through and chopped things up, found little melodies and things, and that's how they built these little hooks or whatever. But that's the same approach we've taken every time we play. We don't really talk about anything, and we just play.
No, that's the best. I mean, I want you to, how much like, the music that I love the most, because I live in a pretty hermetically sealed bubble. I mean, people think I know everything. I don't know anything. But it's the ostinato thing. It's the Buster Williams thing from Mwandishi, the repetitive groove.
Yeah.
How much of that is part of this?
We take a lot of that.
Oh my God, dude. I'm going to be losing my mind tonight.
And, you know, you find
that's harder than people think it is.
Sure. And you find it in a lot of music. If you, like, say krautrock or...
that's true.
Afrobeat. Like,
Phalo,
there's a lot of things,
that's right.
Like, you can find how well that works of just like sitting on something and sticking in it and like sinking into it and letting it kind of unfold and reveal where it needs to go that night.
Is it fair to, how hard would it be for Patrick Kelly, or were you ever interested in becoming a professional jazz musician, or is that out of the question in the 21st century? Because you have to be like an omnivore in music almost to survive.
Sure, it's a hard thing to do.
Did you ever have a wanting for that, to just be a stone jazzer? Yeah. Yeah,
probably until I was in my early 20s. I was like exclusively in that world and just shedding upright, and I went to college for it, I guess, and yeah. I love that music. I love to listen to it, and I love what I took from it. I think
I love it too, man.
Yeah.
Paul Motian, Scotty LaFaro. I mean, it's unreal.
Those are the best.
Stuff
exactly.
never sounds the same way once, ever.
Yeah.
Because it's a full conversation and they're all breathing together, which is insane. Final question for you before I let you go.
Yep.
We'll do something on the telephone, longer form. Talk about the first time that you played with Jason Abraham Roberts and Josh Adams.
So
to me, they're like two of the most electric cats around.
They're incredible.
Right? And I'm like, they're like, we were hanging with Pat Kelly. I'm like, who the heck is that Pat Kelly, man?
I'm lucky to play with them, really. It's so fun. I met Jason on this session, and we immediately hit it off, and we realized we lived near each other, and he had me over, and Josh was there to play too, and we just all sat down and got to know each other kind of through the music, and we've become friends and made a lot of music since then.
Well, take some chances tonight. I don't know when the next time you guys are going to be on the bandstand, so I mean, it's the Super Bowl for me tonight.
Glad you're here.
Patrick Kelly, thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thanks for having me.
It's the Jake Feinberg Show. We'll see you later.